Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So the Utah State Aggies offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Now on first down from the 30. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Makes the catch. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man. It's Boyd. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Aggies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll sneak it. Ball is free. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Barnes. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Utah State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Washington State's offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The play action fake. Gets it out quickly.
The second down pass, complete to the wideout. Loss of 3. It's 3rd down.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Potter. Unloads it left. Complete in the middle. Turning it on. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. The give on the option. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Meredith. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. He's got it on the run. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We reached the break, and Utah State holds the lead. And we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll run it from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
Washington State.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Setting up for the extra point and the top.
For the extra point.
And he tacks on the extra point. He marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Caught in the backfield. It's Lane. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Barnes. He's got it. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Grab behind the line. It's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
It's a draw. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Barnes. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Firing to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Just going to keep it after the snap. Find some fresh air. Breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, I really like how this offense uses the QB in the running game, because he might not be the fastest quarterback in college football, but he's got just enough that you have to respect him and you have to account for him defensively.
Back to pass, it's Potter. Complete on the comeback. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a great job selling that deep route and then sticking his foot in the ground, running the comeback, going and catching the football and knowing exactly where he was on the field to make sure he was in bounds.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Ellison. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now they'll try the right side. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the field.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Barnes. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Lane. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Boyd. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Pickup of 15. 1st down for the offense.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Off the play fake on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To the wideout. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Power football with the run. Looking for room at the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 1st downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And the Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Cougars. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Got the quick completion. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Still on his feet at the 35. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to throw, it's Barnes. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Boyd. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
At the 30. 3rd down coming up.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. And runs through another one. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Good enough for a first down.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys.
Utah State 17, Washington State 14.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Potter. Got it in the middle, it's Meredith. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Washington State ready to go with another first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Meredith. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Makes one man miss. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The give. Touchdown, Wazoo! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So an 82-yard drive there, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
21, Utah State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Right on the money. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got it. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense will try to hold up one more time, under 2 minutes to go. Looking to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4, they'll go for it on 4th down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Pulls it in, it's Lane. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. To the air, it's Barnes. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And what a play by the defense, right? You got the lead, but your backs are up against the wall down in your own red zone. Someone's got to be able to step up and make a play. And he delivers in the end zone, getting the INT, preserving his team's lead here late.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ellison. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Caught over the middle. It's Jacobs. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.